Ah, il a bien piégé là. Voilà. Allez, yes. Allez, arrache-toi la dernière là. Come on.
Harry, I don't think you're going to see a more beautiful thing this year.
No, 2 kilometres to go in the final stage of the Tour de France. And wow, went out solo. We are at 700 metres to go on the barriers, so we're about to get a glimpse of what's going to be one of the most emotional wins of the year after his terrible knee injury at the WorldTour last year. It's amazing to see, wow, he's going to be back on top of the cycling world. And I'm so happy to see it. Kudos to Poggy for making the race, though.
Oh, big time. I mean, I suppose when we saw it was neutralised earlier, we thought that it might be a boring stage, but no, not at all.
No,
not in the slightest.
These guys have torn it up. There we go.
1K to go.
Here he comes! There he goes, he's just come past us and he's going onto the Champs-Élysées. Wout van Aert is going to win the final stage. He's going to win on the Champs-Élysées again, but in the most incredible, different manner. The crowd applauds. A magnificent win. Wout van Aert, brilliant. This is what it's all about.
Tears in the eyes.
Attention, coureurs. Here we go. Let's take advantage of this. I'm Mitch Docker, and this is Life in the Peloton's Race Radio. Over to you.
This is a Life in the Peloton production presented by MAP. So no podcast yesterday. Apologies, everyone. While the Peloton were on their last legs, racing full gas in that last chance saloon, pouring rain, I didn't envy them. Meanwhile, we were making our way from the Alps to Paris. What did we get up to, Stu?
It was a hard day for us as well, I think, Harry. You had a steak tartare for lunch, didn't you? How many is that now?
That's my second of the trip, and the stomach's still holding up, so, you know.
Well done, well done. We were here by bike, aren't we? So we've been travelling around on our trusty Bromptons. And to get to Paris, it's a bit of a transfer, so we had to catch a train, which was delayed.
Well, it was quite a journey, wasn't it, really, because both trains were packed to the rafters. And at one point, I was sat in the aisle by the baggage, and I was... suddenly, the train tilted, and the world's biggest suitcase landed right on my head. There was genuine gasps of shock from the other passengers, and the guy was very apologetic, but luckily my neck is still intact and I've only got mild concussion symptoms. Yeah,
I mean, we just need to watch out for you saying words backwards or that kind of stuff, I guess, don't we? So, yeah.
Anyway, we made it to Paris. We did manage to watch a little bit of the stage, and great stage to watch. Maybe I'm glad we missed it because it was miserable out there in the rain, but an epic stage win and a win for Caden Groves, which is just an amazing performance. I mean, he's a sprinter, really, but we've seen him in the past, how strong he is. You know, he does amazing domestique work for his Alpecin de Koenig team. But the way he won yesterday, I mean, we joked at the buses that Alpecin should go home. It goes to show how little we know.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, Caden.
Kudos to Caden. That's a special, special win. That also means he's now got the hat-trick of Grand Tour stage wins. Giro, Vuelta and Tour. Also, got to give hats off to the most aggressive rider, Harry Sweeney. The 16-wheeler just keeps on rolling, doesn't he?
Impressive. Just keep on trucking.
Yeah, he must run on diesel.
Now, before we get into today's stage properly, we wanted to tell you again about Join Cycling. Join is the #1 training app that puts a professional cycling coach right in your pocket.
Yeah, yesterday, Stu, you were talking about how good Join is for people like you who are a bit time-starved. But the thing that makes Join so great, in my opinion, is that everything is presented really simply with very easy-to-understand language. You know me well, Stu. I'm not the kind of person that understands the jargon of training language and concepts like VO2 max, ramp test, lactate thresholds. That last one sounds a bit something like a newborn mother would know more than a cyclist, to be honest. Anyway, I get a bit overwhelmed by it all, to be honest. I just want to ride my bike and get a bit fitter in a simple way. And Join strips out all the jargon. All you need to do is follow your ride plan and go, which is just how I like. Don't have to do any thinking.
Yeah, you're the Duracell bunny, aren't you, Harry? Just put the batteries in and point them in the right direction. Yeah, that's right. With over 400 World Tour level workouts for road, mountain bike and gravel, Join creates personalised training plans that adapt to your schedule and performance in real time. So if you miss a workout, it fixes it for you.
Join is offering Life in the Peloton listeners 1 month for free. You can claim the offer at join.cc/LITP. So you then download the app, get riding with a bit more purpose.
Yeah, and if you need some purpose, how about getting stuck into the Dirty Docker?
Yeah, the Day Docker takes place in Lansfield or Las Vegas, right in the heart of the Macedon Ranges. Again, I'm sorry if I've said that wrong, Mitch. Just an hour's drive from Melbourne on the weekend of the 11th and 12th October.
It's turned into a full-blown weekend of riding, running, and absolute good times. An all-in festival that brings together everything we love. Bikes, trail runs, cold beers, live music, and hanging out with your mates.
I love all those things. I was actually just looking at the schedule for the weekend this morning. It looks amazing. Mitch literally pulls out all the stops. That's the thing with Mitch. He's not half-arse it guy. Like, Mitch goes all the way, so that's another reason to get out there. Saturday has the Lanny CX, kind of an old-school cross-country running race, so expect to see Mitch in some extremely short shorts there. There's an open and elite category too, which is quite cool. Then there's Cross Vegas, a no-rules-anything-goes cyclocross race. Then after that, you've got the Bush Beer Mile, which is a dirty twist on the classic beer mile that you can enter as rookies, teams and pros. Not sure how you become a pro in the beer mile. I reckon I'd be quite good at that, to be honest with you.
I don't doubt that at all. And Sunday has a Cabossum gravel ride with 4 distances from 15 kilometres, that sounds up my street, to 130 kilometres. Literally something for everyone. There's music, there's big brands like Specialized, MAP, Shimano, all they're representing. So whether you're an elite athlete or just up for some fun in a beautiful part of the world, I think you should get down there.
It's filling up, don't wait. Head to lifeinthepeloton.com/dirty-docker to grab your spot and come and sink a cold one with Mitch and the crew in Las Vegas. Now, with that said, let's get into the app.
I don't know if you can hear this traffic in the background. It's because Harry and I were sat at the Place de Clichy, which is a roundabout, on today's course, Sunday morning. In a few hours, the tour is going to be racing full gas through here up towards Montmartre. Today's route is momentous because it marks a bit of a change from the classic Champs-Élysées finishing circuit tradition, doesn't it, Harry?
Yeah, it's amazing. As fans, I think it's brilliant. I know the riders aren't that happy with it, but they kind of had to do it, didn't they, after what happened at the Olympics last year. Apparently there were 500,000 people on the hillside up in this Montmartre neighbourhood here. So we thought we'd actually go and ride the course, go and check out the final circuit. The peloton are going to be up and over here 3 times, so we're just going to go and check it out. I mean, that's one of the best things about cycling, isn't it, Stu, that you can actually go and ride the course, and literally as we watch, cyclists are on the course, the barriers are out, just maybe trying to get the feel for the race.
My motivation today is not, of course, a stage win, but the fact that we get to visit perhaps the most romantic neighbourhood of the world's most romantic city. I mean, I ran the Paris Marathon some years ago now. I'm not going to say when because it'll give my age away, but the draw then, of course, was the romance. It's a beautiful place. There's a lot to see. But yeah, we're heading up to Montmartre, which is a kind of a hill in the northern part of the city, which has an unrivaled view. I mean, well, it is rivaled slightly by the only place that's higher than it is the Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower. So your second highest viewpoint in the city, and you can see all of the sights. Notre Dame. It's beautiful. Montmartre is I mean, it's been in quite a few films, so it's known for being home to artists and writers and creative people. Name an artist, Harry.
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Yes, a painter specifically. Name me a painter.
Monet.
He lived here, yeah. Monet lived, yeah. I think so. But you name a famous painter, and you can pretty much be guaranteed that they lived in this neighbourhood at some point in time. Of course, maybe not the most famous, but certainly the most relevant to us cycling fans is a Dutch painter called Mondrian. Do you know what Mondrian's famous for?
Well, I do know that his design was taken for the La Vie Claire kit.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, so he lived in the Montmartre neighbourhood at the turn of the 20th century. And there was an era called the Belle Epoque, which means the beautiful era, which was kind of a time of romanticism and probably top shagging, if I'm honest. So the Belle Epoque lasted up until the First World War, which understandably ended a beautiful era. And then even nearby you had Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald, you know, all the big names of the early 20th century literature and art were here. So we're in good company, I would say, including the bin lorry you can hear in the background coming to sweep up this rubbish. It also houses, it still has a vineyard And it's got Paris's last functioning windmill, which I'm sure you'll know the name of.
The Moulin Rouge.
Correct. And then, of course, the famous white dome Basilica of Sacré-Cœur. The Sacré-Cœur is actually made from a very specific kind of very hard white limestone. So whenever it rains, it actually gets whiter through time. Can you believe that?
Very impressive. So yeah, why now? Why going up Montmartre now? I mean, obviously they copied the Olympics. The reason they've given, Stu, is it's 50 years since 1975, which was a turning point in the Tour history, because that was actually the first time they did the polka dot jersey, the white jersey, and the final stage finished on the Champs-Elysees. And so they're saying that now this is the reason. I mean, you know, they're very good at retrofitting historical stats, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. But I'm really excited to see the race here. I mean, we've seen Vingegaard's already has been very outspoken about it. It's too late now. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens. So I think we should go up the hill and see how hard it is actually going to be. Okay. We're near the top now. Stu and I have been racing a bit. There's fans out sat. All right, already. Ollie! Come on. The cross-country bike competitors storm the hill, while the Moulin de la Galette is easily reached. The Sacré-Cœur has its own stations of the cross. That was a newspaper report from 1948, Stu. Did you know they had cyclocross racing up here?
I can believe it. It's the ideal place for it. I mean, I can't believe it because that was bloody hard.
Yeah, we are sat at the top of the climb by Sacré-Cœur. What's your first impressions? For me, that was spectacular.
I mean, I'm glad there's a church there. I think I just had a religious experience.
It's amazing. I think, as you heard, there's people already sitting, bagsing their positions, and it's not even 10 a.m. in the morning. The race isn't going to be through here for 7 hours.
It's a lot of time to drink a few beers, I reckon. So the atmosphere is going to be pretty great.
Yeah. What an amazing experience it will be to ride up here. I mean, I guess the peloton on their last laps won't be enjoying it necessarily, but honestly, the cobbled streets, it's so tight and twisty and narrow and quite a hard climb as well, I'd say. Well, at least on our little Bromptons.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty relentless, and like you say, it's very, very tight, narrow corners. You can see why Jonas is not super jazzed to be coming, but should make for an exciting race, I suppose.
So you heard me there reading a little excerpt from a newspaper report from 1948. Yeah, in the 1940s, starting in the Second World War, they did race cyclocross up and around the cobbled streets and up the steps through here. For example, the one in 1942, 9 kilometres of hill, 8 kilometres of descent, 1,408 steps to climb up with your bike. You can find clips of it on the internet. I really recommend just type in cyclocross Montmartre. It's absolutely amazing. But what's also a bit of a curiosity is that it was actually the events were part of the Vichy regime's propaganda. So it was a way of it was linked to obviously the Nazi occupation, and they would put on these big sports events and to show the public, oh look, the Vichy's not so bad after all. Look at the amazing fun you can have, because 100,000 people were out on the streets watching the cyclocross races back in the day. It's absolutely a fascinating little bit of French sporting history.
Sure they weren't just identifying the strongest riders so that they could take them out behind the shed.
It's possible. I wonder if more sporting history will be made on the climb tonight. Right, Stu, I'm going to ask, who's your pick? Who's going to be the first over the top of the climb on the last lap?
On the last lap. Well, you think back to the Olympics, who have we got left? Wout van Aert's here, so it's a strong contender, I would say. It suits him because, like you say, cross in the historically.
I would love to see Wout come over first, but as we've shown on this pod, we're not exactly very good at predictions. By the time you listen to this, you'll know how wrong we've been. But anyway, we'd love Wout to win. Right, I think we should head down and descend towards the Champs-Elysees and get our famous sprint finish.
Très bien.
Allez. For whom the bell tolls? Who were the bells tolling for? Well, it was the end of the road for us. 1 kilometre to go. Our recon was stopped by les gendarmes, Stu.
Denied access. Yeah.
Denied access to the Place de la Concorde, Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe. We were hoping to have a little sprint finale there, but well, I dropped you on the climb, so I'm happy.
That'll do. Overall victory goes to Harry.
I'm the GC winner. So it's about lunchtime, so we just pulled over at a nice little brasserie. It's very typique français.
Wait, I would say the bells were tolling for lunch, if nothing else. My stomach was starting to rumble.
Absolutely, and we decided to bring back an idea that we always do actually for Grand Tours. We like to give our awards to riders who we like and dislike, and we link the award to food and drink from the country that the race is in. So in Italy it would be prosecco, pasta, pizza, but of course in France, well, we have a great array of food and drink that is on the table in front of us.
Yeah, we're an assiette. Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible burden for us to have to do this, I would say, as I sit looking at a steak. But the first award we're gonna give, I have a coupe of champagne for the smoothest, fizziest riding of the tour. It has to be Mathieu van der Poel, I would say.
I agree.
He won a stage, he wore yellow, generally lit up the race in the first 10 days. The tour was a better place because of him.
It was.
And he just made everything a bit more fun, just like this flute, or this coupe, rather, of champagne, which I'm going to see off right now to Mathieu.
Down the hatch. Santé.
Oh, it's fizzy.
I was really sorry to see him go, actually. It's been great having him back loving the tour this year, don't you think, Stu? It's like he's fallen in love with it, because he always said that he didn't like it, but he's been death or glory those first 10 days until he unfortunately had to go.
Yeah, we need riders who are going to, spice it up a little bit, who are not riding for GC, who are here to go for the stage wins and to make
just
for
to
exciting
tear up the
TV.
script and take risks. Yeah, and he really did. My drink here is a petit bière, a little beer for the nicest moment of the tour. We really liked Remco when he just as he was getting off, he gave his bead onto a fan just before he climbed off and DNF'd. We do go a bit hard on Remco here sometimes. He is a bit of a grumpy baby, to be honest. But that was real class. A small gesture that felt great, just like a nice little French beer.
Cheers.
Oh la la, magnifique. Little pop quiz, Stu. Do you think Remco should give up going for GC? When should he go back to being the exciting attacker that he once was?
It's funny you ask that, because based on what I just said about Mathieu van der Poel, I think the answer is yes, he should give up on GC 100%. And he should start making the race more exciting.
You think he needs to become a soigneur? Yes, get the rice cooker
start
out.
Making the rice, yeah. Oh yeah, we do need riders making the race more exciting, because
there's definitely a pull for GC, isn't it? It's the prestige, but I mean, from the fans' perspective, I remember I just used to love it when Remco would launch these crazy attacks. He was part of that early sort of group of riders, like along with Mathieu, who's created modern cycling as we know it, racing super early, just shelling riders, all the domestics out the back, and bringing the finale much earlier on.
And our good pal Killian Kelly just wrote an article about how the past 5 years now, Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogacar have been 1-2 on the podium. So you're kind of like, is that sort of a done deal? Do we just, is racing for third? Is racing for third?
Is he ever going to be that good in the high mountains? I don't know. He'd need a super TT heavy course. Anyway, what have we got for starters, Stu?
We have foie gras for a rider full of blood and guts, capturing the imagination of a nation, providing hope to a country who haven't had an overall winner in years.
It can only be France.
Oh yeah. So embodying the spirit of old school panache, aggressive racing, heart, grit, determination, like all of the good stuff in the foie gras, really. It goes to Kevin Vauquelin. Yeah,
he has been the foie gras, or the foie gras. Maybe we should give it to Geraint Thomas.
Yeah.
Foie, gee, the tour's been hard, isn't it, this year, eh? Foie, these kids these days, eh? Foie. Anyway, should we have a bite of the foie gras? See what it tastes like?
Go on. Shove it on a bit of the...
Have a bit of bread?
Put it on a bit of bread.
Oh, I might have a cornichon as well on there. Oh, I've dropped my cornichon. Oh, the taste is as punchy as Kevin Vauquelin up the motorway.
That was a taste of France, Harry.
Very good.
Delicious.
So what have I got for a starter? I've got snails. Not sure.
Win in Rome.
Not sure how I feel about this, but Our Escargot Snail Award for coming out of your shell goes to Victor Campenarts. I don't know if you guys have been following him or the Jumbo Visma Instagram, but he's been, I mean,
Prolific.
we knew he was a funny guy, but he's hilarious, and he's really, really, he just fits, well, not only does he fit in that team, he brings everyone out of their shell, I think, as well. They're not so boring with Victor around, and so, yeah, fair play, Victor.
And he also rides on the front like an absolute machine, so...
This is true. Should we try a snail? We've got our special little snail.
Can you hear that?
Devices.
That's Harry's...
Gonna need to put the microphone down for this one.
I don't know what the name for it is, but I've never done this before, so maybe I'll let Harry get one out and then shove it in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You need a little pokey fork here, Harry. Take that.
Oh.
He told the person taking the order that he'd done this before, but
Here we go.
I've watched Harry struggle with a snail in the past. I'm a little bit scared for my white t-shirt right now, if I'm honest.
There we go. I got it out.
You got it. Go on, chomp.
Oh, that is amazing.
C'est bon?
Oh, c'est très bon. I'm going straight in again.
Put it in my mouth. People are funny about snails. They're delicious. It's like a classy chicken nugget covered in garlic butter. Don't be afraid to try new things, I say.
Our mains have arrived. I have gone for a croque monsieur. Or le coq monsieur, should we say. We're going to give this one to Brian Cockard, who crashed Jasper Philipsen out of the race at an intermediate sprint early doors. Just like eating a croque monsieur, it left Le Coq both tearful and sorrowful for what he'd done. I'm going to have a very sad mouthful now because I'm looking very jealously at what your main is.
It's basically a fancy cheese toasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Harry, you look like you're suffering.
Yeah,
Just
didn't
like
enjoy that.
Just like the riders coming up the La Plana the other day. Yeah.
Stu, what have you got for your main?
I have I've gone steak haché. Simple. Like me. Yeah, the steak haché award is for the biggest smash at this year's race. So there was a crash a few days ago in the rain as the sprinters came into the stage 17 finish on that corner just before the line. One guy went almost into the crowd. I mean, crashes, I'm not a huge fan. They're always a nasty, cheap thrill, aren't they? Just like having a steak haché from a crap restaurant. This is not a crap restaurant. This is a nice little spot. But yeah, we hope everyone who crashed at this year's tour has a quick and full recovery.
Yeah. Last minute entry, Ivan Romeo. He did
God.
actually look like a steak haché after his crash yesterday.
Did he not?
I don't know if the listeners saw the photo of him crossing the line. Oh, very painful.
What's it called again when it's still bloody, Harry? What's a
Saignon.
He had a lot of that going on. He looked like he'd just come straight from the butcher's.
Do you know what would go well with your steak, Stu? As the waitress said, it's obligatory to come with every order. A little bit of bread.
Le pain.
And it's after 12, so we've gone for the après-midi after 12 baguette award for the hardest bastard on the tour. Let's see if we can hear a bit of crunch here.
Oh, there you go. That microphone's
Yeah.
fucked now. It's full of crumbs.
Yeah, the hardest bastard on tour. I was flip-flopping on this one. I feel like after yesterday's win, we have to give it to Caden Groves because the stage 20 breakaway day.
That wasn't for him, was it?
No.
It's not what we were expecting.
No, not at all. He outmuscled and outsmarted his breakaway companions, and it was on stage 20, which is like basically the day of the resurrection, and you've got to rouse your legs back to life. The peloton must have just been dying. So, brilliant. I thought, what a win.
Chapeau. I would say special mention goes to Ben Healy for his hard man style of riding.
Oh, country.
Or riding them to death, as his DS and our colleague Tom Southern put it when we were chatting to him the other day. That tilt of the head. I mean, they say turn the screw, but Ben Healy turns the head, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's proper hard man stuff, that is.
Isn't it?
What are you going to put on your bread, Stu?
Yeah, well, we've got, next up, the French Butter Wouldn't Melt Award. I'm going to give that to fellow countryman Oscar Onley, whose relentless positivity didn't pay off with a podium place, unfortunately. But still Firth of Forth, which is a river near Edinburgh. Still, fourth on your first outing. He's only 22. That's unbelievable. There's one other British rider who finished fourth and then went on to win, but he shall not be named here.
Any words for your fellow countryman on his monumental achievements, Stu?
Oh yeah, keep the heat.
Any translations for your non-countrymen?
No.
Okay.
Look it up. Get on Urban Dictionary. Well, Harry, we had to take a little break there. We ate our way through that selection of meats and foods. Hey?
Yeah, it was a true French spread. And there's more, because now it's dessert. And, well, we've got a Nutella crepe here. So the Nutella crepe award for the nuttiest rider on tour. For me, there's only one man. It's US champion Quinn Simmons.
Oh, yeah,
He's a lunatic, let's be honest. He might have the power of 1,000 wild horses, but he does ride in a very wild manner too. We're not complaining.
No.
It's great entertainment.
Yeah.
He's got that mad haircut and facial hair too. And he went past me on the climb yesterday, and he looks mental. But anyway, maybe he's more of a pancakes guy than a crepe, but here we go. Let's get into this Nutella crepe for the nuttiest rider, Quinn Simmons.
Yeah, have a munch. Look at that, it's absolutely stuffed full of chocolate. You're going to make a mess here. How's that?
That's fantastic. What have you got for dessert, Stu?
Well, I didn't want to be the only one without chocolate, so I've got a sticky chocolate eclair, which is we're going to award to Lenny Martinez for his incredible triple sticky bottle on Friday. Waft. Resulting in him being dot points in the King of the Mountains contest, which I don't know how I feel about that. He wouldn't have a career in cinema after cycling either, judging by his terrible acting while trying to sell a cheat.
No, it was very, very sticky, much like that eclair.
It's all over my face.
I'm gonna wash this down with a little coffee, I think, as well. And I've got here the Mitch Dockett Cafe au lait Award for the filthiest thing at this year's tour. Or a typical French milky coffee, as nominated by our boss, Mitch Docker, is Primoz Roglic wearing no socks earlier on in the race. That was pretty filthy. Imagine the squelch. Although, to be honest, thinking of Primoz, I might give him the existentialism award, given that we're in Paris as well, you know, left bank where all of the philosophers came. He was in a very bizarre mood this Tour de France, wasn't he? It was almost like he didn't want to be here, didn't care. He thought, wow, there's no point in... What's the point in racing?
Maybe he's going to jump back into skiing.
Yeah, there we go.
What about an aperitif, Harry?
Well, I've got an Armagnac here. It's a brandy from the southwest of France. It's both rich and complex.
Where's this going?
So it can only be Dale Brailsford, who returned to the Tour after failing to turn around Manchester United's fortunes, no doubt making himself a fortune in the process.
Oh, dear.
Subsequently, refused to speak to anyone here or even address the scandals surrounding... Ineos' lead soigneur David Rosman's reported links to doping doctors back in the day. Boo, Dave! We don't want you back.
Go back to football or wherever it was.
I do have it on good authority that he's not a particularly nice man. And
you're not giving him a pass for being a fellow Baldy?
Well, I usually do, but no, not in this case.
Not today. Oh dear.
I think we've forgotten one person, Stu.
Yeah, I mean, we can't do a tour awards and leave out Poggy, can we, really? So just to finish it off, I mean, I'm gonna get gout after this, I reckon. We've ordered a souffle because Poggy, he's light and airy, sweet and savoury. He's all class, floats away.
Oh yeah.
Ironically, souffle means to blow or to puff, which is something we've never seen him doing, I wouldn't say. So chapeau.
Nose breathing all tour.
Yeah, chapeau Taddy. Never looked in trouble. 4 tour wins now. So we can forget about Marks, can't we? That's old news.
The new greatest of all time.
And a Slovenian souffle. I think I need to lie down now. Perhaps a little siesta. Is that allowed in France?
Well, Stu, there's no time to lie down, actually, because, well, we've got an ad read to do, but then we've got to go after the Champs-Élysées.
The days are packed.
I don't know about you, but after the Tour... the season's kind of already over for me. We've kind of hit peak cycling, right?
Saturated.
I can't get that excited by the WorldTour. Maybe I'll watch a few stages, but then...
Got the Worlds.
I'm thinking about... Yeah, Worlds, of course, but that's only one day.
Not enough to quench the thirst.
By the time the season finish comes around, I'm already getting excited about the Tour Down Under, especially over Christmas as we get into the new year, and then they have those first races in Australia. Oh, I'm a fever pitch. It's the first time you get to see riders on the new teams, new kits, the new bikes, just that whole new flavour and promise of the new season.
Super exciting, yeah. And I mean, speaking as Antipodean sort of friends, you know, tuning in from the UK where the weather's usually I mean, let's be honest, it's usually shite, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, getting to see some sunshine and some racing in the sun is pretty magic. Because, like you say, yeah, we've been absolutely starved of road race. I mean, a few years ago, you and I, we were lucky enough to make the trip across. We had an amazing week, didn't we?
Oh, it was so good.
I didn't really know what to expect, but Adelaide was brilliant. We stayed just 10 minutes ride from the city centre. Went from stage to stage watching the racing, and the mornings and the evening there's so much stuff happening, isn't there? So many fans.
Yeah. All the big brands are there doing ride outs, special events. I also think it's like the best chance you're ever going to get to meet the pros, because they're all pretty chilled out at that time of the season. Even though Tour Down Under is like a seriously hardcore race now, but it's just more chilled for them because there's no moving around, because everyone stays at the big Hilton in the city centre.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah. There's that big park next to it. It's honestly the best week you can have at a bike race, because, I mean, the Adelaide hills are stunning. I mean, when we were there making films, I remember sneaking out and doing some rides. Oh, my God, amazing. In the mornings, like early in the morning and late in the evening, because you're watching racing in the middle of the day. I mean, make the pros ride in the heat of the day, I say, and let the plebs like us get out when it's ideal. Great wine, like loads of vineyards, great food, world class. It's just brilliant.
I'll never forget our kind of ultimate fan experience when we rode out on the Wollonga Hill pilgrimage. You kind of go out in the morning, soak up the atmosphere on the climbs. It's literally the Alpe d'Huez down under. And of course that year Richie Porte won when we were there. I mean, that's like a bucket list cycling thing to see. Richie Porte winning on Wollonga. It was a bit hot that day though, if you remember, Stu.
No, yeah, you had a bit of a sense of humour sort of failure, I remember, and we had to get we didn't have to get a taxi. Harry had to get a taxi. So we had to shove our bikes in the back of the taxi.
I'm going to blame heat exhaustion. Less said about that, the better. So next year, 2026, the women's and men's races run from 16th to the 25th of January. So get booking your flights. Trust me, this one is worth flying in for. And I've done the homework for you. Adelaide is only an hour and a half from Melbourne, 2 hours from Sydney and Canberra, 3 hours from Brisbane, same for Perth. And fuck it, it's only 21 hours from London. So get booking.
Get out there. The Tour Down Under is even bigger and better in 2026. A little correction from me. I remember the last episode I said it was a city circuit for the finale. It's actually it's not a city circuit. It's a hilly circuit. But the point I was trying to make still stands, and that is, if you're a fan, you don't have to like go out and pick a spot and then you see the race once. You can see it multiple times. So not only do you have the carnival festival atmosphere in the morning and the afternoon, pre and post race, but you go out on the course, you're going to see the racing more than once. It's brilliant.
Yeah, Mitch dropped us a note saying it's hard as fuck up in Stirling. Not city crit style laps. Anyway, get yourself down there. I think it's time for us to head towards the Champs-Élysées.
Let's go.
I got a bit emotional there when I thought about winning. He's had a real tough road back to the top, hasn't he? He kind of hinted at it, a return to his former self. But we've really seen that today. We can see other riders coming into the top 10.
Just hollow face.
Yeah, Jasper Stuyven there, just coming round. I mean, this has been an amazing stage, Stu.
This on its own would have been a great race.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, they took a risk by putting this stage on, upsetting people, the classic Champs-Élysées sprint finish. But, I mean, the way that it was raced today, they're not going to go back to a Champs-Élysées sprint and just the procession that it always is, no?
I wouldn't say so. And dare I say, we called it earlier, did we not?
Oh, shoot. You called it. Brilliant. Wow, first man over the top of the final time up the climb.
First man across the line. Beautiful.
Brilliant.
Oh, there he is, giving Matteo Jorgensen a big hug. That was beautiful, tactically brilliant.
Love to see it. Wow. Let's head down to the buses and see if we can grab a word with anyone.
You hear that sizzle in stereo.
That sizzle there. That's the team picnic post-NL bus. They've got a barbecue going already.
Putting the picnic in the Tour de France, I suppose. Yeah.
We're doing another little pit walk now. Post-race, end of the Tour de France. We've just caught up with some of our friends at EF. The vibes, the thing is, whether you've had a shit tour, a good tour, everyone's just happy that the tour is over. This is like the golden hour of cycling.
C'est fini.
C'est fini.
Just up the road there, I can already see there's the Jumbo Visma bus. Is that what they're called now? Visma Lease Bike, sorry everyone. And there's a big scrum around them already, so I think we should probably just walk straight past that. We know what happened. We've said what we had to say.
You can see Gregor Muhlberger there from Movistar just downing some
Smashing
champagne.
a 40. Looks like he's had a great day.
He said he's cold and wet.
I can see that. I can see that.
We're just walking through Visma Lisa bike now. Quite busy as you'd expect.
Yeah. After that result.
After that magnificent win from Wow, no sign of him yet. He'll be desperately trying to pee for the drug control.
Squeeze it out.
Yeah. Quite busy at the Ineos Grenadiers, but what do you expect with all that money?
It's a retirement party as well, though, isn't it? Oh, holy shit, it's Alex.
Hello. Are you mid-podcast?
We are.
Oh, you can join in. How's it going, Alex? How are you? Alex Duffel, team photographer for Ineos Grenadiers. How's your tour been?
Yeah, it's been good. It was the first full Grand Tour, so
wow,
to come away with 2 stage wins in a second is pretty good.
You personally?
No, not me personally, unfortunately.
Alex, tell us something about Thymen Arensman. Tell us something that makes him interesting or boring or...
No, he's incredibly focused. If he sets himself a goal, he will smash it. And I think that's really commendable.
Yeah. It doesn't make him a fun guy, but he won 2 stages and that's what matters, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, he's fun when he's not racing his bike, but when he's racing his bike, that man is locked in, especially if it's raining.
We just bumped into journalist extraordinaire Andy McGrath, friend of the podcast. Andy, you've been everywhere today, haven't you?
Thank God you're like just recording, not filming, because I probably look like an absolute stay. You're like, oh, you're a bit tired, aren't you? I've been at the start on a 1-hour train. I've been up in Montmartre.
Tell us what it was like up in Montmartre.
Madness, Montmartre madness. Oh, like crowds 10 people deep.
Yeah.
Oh, just that noise, wall of sound.
Yeah.
I walked away and I wanted to be back there. It's like a football stadium. It was great.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Are you doing the FEM as well?
I'm not, no.
Oh, really?
No. I've got a book to finish.
Can you reveal live on the podcast what book you've got to finish?
When's this? I'm just going out.
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight. Oh. Yeah, sure. Why not? Give you a little exclusive. It's a Tadej Pogacar biography.
Oh, Andy!
Little known Slovenian rider.
Oh my God, Andy! So you got to finish that?
Yeah. Well, there's a whole chapter to be written, isn't there? Like, can he just stop winning so I can finish it?
Brilliant! Wow, I can't wait to read it. Thank you, Andy. Best of luck with the Poggy book. We look forward to it. Any release date?
I think late November. Yeah, they moved it forward because he won. So.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
yeah, I know, but I could have done with a little bit more time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, best of luck. Cheers, Andy. So we've come to the Jayco Alula bus. We got Luke Blapp here. He's wearing a beanie. Luke, was that as cold and miserable as it looked to us?
It was very cold and miserable, and very understated in the peloton how hard that circuit is. I think every year I'm sitting on my couch in July watching that circuit. It looks like a very nice sprint, and I tell you what, that is nothing nice about it. Those cobbles are cobbles. It is rough, it is hard, it is fast, and it's a lot easier on TV than it is here.
Well, yeah, but Luke, you had to go up Montmartre. What was that climb? What was it like? The crowds looked crazy.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I wasn't at the Olympics because I had a crash, so I never got to experience it at the Olympics, and the crowds up there were just absolutely sensational. I mean, it made for a lot harder race, but those crowds out there were probably nothing like I've ever experienced anywhere.
Really?
At the top there, felt like they were 100 deep. Everyone was drunk and having a great time, and probably the best experience I've ever had riding a bike, to be honest.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Mate, you've done the Giro and the Tour double this year. You must be cooked.
Yeah, I'm ready for a bit, ready to put the feet up for a bit. But it's amazing now to sort of switch off. I mean, to be in these cobble streets looking at the Arc de Triomphe as we chat here now, and we rode here seeing the Eiffel Tower. It's the most special bike race in the world, and I think doing it for the first time, you actually now realise just how big a race this is.
Amazing. It's been great to see you racing here in Europe and absolutely smashing it this year. Glass of champagne in hand.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest.
Thanks,
Cheers, mate.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, we're now at the IPT bus. We bumped into friend of the podcast, Mike Woods. Mike, another tour ticked off.
Can we say that about you, friend of the podcast?
Friend and fan.
Oh, Mike. Stop it. You're making me blush. Was that stage as grim as it looked?
Yeah, it was awful. I mean, I was so tense the whole time, just getting bounced by the cobbles. It's over 60 kilometers of just cobbles, and the roads are just in terrible condition. It was wet, it was cold. I at one point at the Arc de Triomphe, I just stopped. I literally stopped, got off my bike, got a jacket, let the peloton go, and then chased for the last 20K of the
Yeah,
race.
I did catch a glimpse of you at 1 minute. I was like, poor Mike, this looks miserable. Because it's proper last leg stuff, this, isn't it?
Yeah, and normally it's a much easier stage because it's the traditional circuit. I've never done it in the rain before, and after 20, this has been the hardest Grand Tour I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, the pace has been so high. It's just been on all day, every day, and to wrap it up with this stage, although it sucked, it was fitting.
Yeah.
It felt right to just suffer more.
You've been writing up a storm this tour with your blogs. Have you been enjoying that side of things?
Yeah, thanks. I really have. It's every time I've done a Grand Tour, I've had so many thoughts and anecdotes that I felt like I could write a book afterwards. And so this tour, I decided I was going to sit down and just try and record as much as I could. And it was lovely because I was able to process my thoughts. And then even yesterday, after writing all the blogs, yesterday evening I started just reading through some of the things I wrote, and it was cool to just reflect on what happened several stages ago,
100%.
several weeks ago, and how much has passed.
Yeah.
Do you remember that version of Mike, or does that feel like a different era, a different Mike?
Yeah. It feels like a lifetime passes in a Grand Tour for sure. So when you think back of the first blog you wrote and where your headspace was, what you were hoping for, and where I am now, it's a different person.
Amazing. Let's just bring this guy in. Disco Johnny, Soigneur extraordinaire. You guys have gone back way. Tell us about Disco. Tell us about this tour together. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, how you doing?
Mikey, any words on Disco or this year's tour?
Disco's my main man. He's been with me since I came to EF. Canadian. He's one of the few guys that understands my humor in the pro peloton. There's not many guys from Ontario that ride in the pro peloton. And he's just always got my back. He's my favorite guy to come back to a race and chat with. And
is there a camera on us or no?
No camera.
No camera.
Just mics.
Just mics. Okay.
You're just
cool.
mic'd up.
All right.
I'm just professing my love for you, my man.
Oh man, I love you. If there was a camera, I'd hug him right now and kiss.
Yeah, we can.
Good.
Disco, how's this tour been for you and Mikey?
This tour, it was hard. Yeah, it was actually easier when he was winning. I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie, right? You know what I mean? When he went on Prix de Dome, that was easy. This tour, man, just to get a win is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was easier when you're winning, right?
Yeah. Everything's easier when you're winning.
Yeah, it is. Hey, well done, boys. Thank you so much for giving us the time. Great to see you again.
Great seeing you too, guys.
We've now walked back down to the Jayco Lula bus, and we found Durbo. The only man we really wanted to talk to. Yeah. Luke, congratulations. Another tour.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate that. I've had 2 beers, blown off some steam. I'm just so happy it's over. I mean, that was a filthy finish, wasn't it? I mean, incredible spectacle-wise, and I've never seen so many crowd on Montmartre. It was like, oh. I mean, I was G'ing them up, and it was just like ear-piercing. Incredible.
Chaos.
Exactly.
How would you rate that then on a scale of from like a warm Stella Artois to like a perfectly poured Orval by a Trappist monk?
Yeah, I'm nearly thinking it's West Fleeteren level. I would say that I still don't enjoy that as the last stage. It was a spectacle and it was a classic and it was an epic, but I don't know if I enjoyed it. You know.
You don't know a vote from you to bring that back then?
No.
Don't do that ever again. Bring back the Champs-Élysées.
Bring back the Champs-Élysées, the Nice TT, whatever. But I can ride by myself.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to know, because you must be all on your last legs, this morning, and then to have to go up the Montmartre, and they're literally racing like a classic today.
Absolutely full gas. I actually 2 days ago I've had some stomach issues, and I've been sort of bit of a shell of a man, so there was nothing really left in the tank, so I just just had to get to the finish. I enjoyed the crowds, and like I said, it was an amazing spectacle, and look, I can understand what they did. But there's a few tweaks that I would do that would make it much nicer for everyone, and would keep the same crowd. Oh, there's like 4 corners going into Montmartre. If you run straight into it from the Champs, which you can do, with less cornering, then there'll be a bigger bunch, more chance of a sprint. Anyway, I'll speak to the ASO later. like they'll give a fuck.
How was your tour in general, would you say? We saw you at the front of the peloton in your flashy bike.
Yeah.
Oh, man, by the way, your bike is amazing.
Oh, it's nice. They've done a nice job. They've done a really nice job.
How was it in general?
Look, to be honest, it was a tough one. I was in good shape, and I was here to support Ben and here to support Dylan. The sprints didn't go our way, so you probably didn't see me around or what I normally would do because we weren't nailing that. And then Ben's GC went to hell when he crashed the first stage. So all my job was to support those guys every day, and my condition was there for that, and I was ready for that job. So potentially, I never really got to show what I had come here with the condition I did. And then I got in a breakaway with Ben and helped him out there and put him in position here and put Dylan in position there. But, in the end of the day, you just kind of look like a passenger on a really fast bus.
I don't know about that. You were the front of
I know.
much TV time.
I did my job, and that's what I'm here to do, and I got through the end, and my 11th Tour de France, so, yeah.
11th, congratulations.
Yeah.
Just tell us quickly, what was the vibe like when Ben got his win?
Amazing. Like, probably more relief. It sort of gave confirmation that we were doing stuff right. We were second in a stage, we were fourth in a stage. Plappy was 2 times second, 2 times top 10 in the TT. So we're doing things right, but without the win, you don't really get that. Everyone's thinking, Jayco Lula, not a great tour.
Yeah.
And
the clock ticks, doesn't it?
It really
goes
ticks.
on when you get into that, and the pressure kind of builds in the team, does it not?
100%. And when Mauro missed the first place by half a wheel,
God.
I was thinking, I'm like, we might not get our stage win here. And 8 teams got a stage win out of 22.
Yeah.
And we were one of them. And on the Queen stage. So, look, I didn't have heaps of stuff to do with Ben winning that day. But it's a compound effect. I was rooming with him, kept his head on.
Yeah.
We kept just backing up and like, Ben, you got the legs, mate. Just needed the right combination. And what he did that day was truly incredible. And, yeah, it was nice up there.
What's he like as a roommate? We need to know.
Look, Ben is a meticulous guy. We call him the weatherman, so he will know every website, wind conditions. I think he knows every single town, road in France. Like,
wow,
it's incredible the knowledge in that guy. Like, and you can ask him about 4 days' time, the hotel we're staying at. He goes, I think it's got a pool and it's got this and it's got that. So he's a real details man, completely opposite of me. And so I just asked Ben. But yeah, like we have good chats, and we're both from Perth. Talk about new brewery opening up. He's a real good wine guy, restaurant guy. So for me, and we just talk that and talk hotels and things like that. So
is Perth the best town in Australia?
Yeah, hands down. Yeah. Obviously.
Last question, Luke. You got any messages to Mitch? He's not in the Pello anymore. It's been a few years. Is he in the easy life now? Are you looking forward to maybe that life he's got now?
There's that scene out of Billy Madison when he says, "Don't ever grow up and go to school." It's like Docker made the right call to retire. Then don't ever come back, and don't ever think you can come back. Because I'm also thinking about, I'm getting closer towards the end. So, Doc, you had a nice career. You did well, but don't come back to the peloton.
Yeah, I bet you were thinking that a little bit at times during this tour.
Me and Garrett Thomas were like, maybe it's time to go. Anyway, but it's pretty crazy out there. But I'm glad to finish it. And,
nice one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Turbo. Right. 11th tour.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thanks, boys.
Well, Harry?
Amazing scenes at the buses. It's a really privilege, actually, to be in here and seeing the kind of happiness and the relief and the joy of finishing the tour, seeing the riders dressed in normal clothes. That's weird.
It's hard to recognise some of them. We were stood next to Mike Woods for about 5 minutes there, and where's Mike? He's standing right next to you, Stuart.
So that's been the Tour de France. Tomorrow we're going to the Tour de France Fam.
We are, yes.
We're going to go and do our last podcast live from the ground here in France. It's already been an amazing start, Stu. We've seen Mariana Vos win a fantastic first stage, and then Mavi Garcia hold them off on the second. What's in store tomorrow? Well, I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, tune in.
See you then.
Here we go.
Let's take advantage of this.
I'm Mitch Docker, and this is Life in the Pelotons Race Radio. Over to you,